What's up everyone? KobanRani456 here today, presenting to all a new episode of Fan Game Fridays, as we are trying out Sonic 2 HD. So I want to give a big thanks to the team who is working on this, and if you would like to try it out for yourself, and maybe help them out, make sure to go to the links in the description below for the download and the website, as this project was actually cancelled at one point, but was recently brought back to life, and they are in search of recruits to help them make this possible. So if you want to share your talents and make this a complete project, by all means, check out the website and the Facebook down below. And also, if y'all are enjoying this series, Fan Game Fridays, and want to keep on seeing more weekly, make sure to go ahead and show your love and support down below and drop a like. This helps out tremendously, and it would be really awesome if this video could hit 4,000 likes. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into Emerald Hill Zone Act 1. And yeah, the big reason why I am actually doing this video is because I just saw recently, like about a week ago, that this project was revived, and I was just like, you know, I hate that I can't really help out too much with it because, you know, I'm not really an animator or anything like that. Sure, I've done some art in the past, but I've never actually animated anything. But I was like, you know, it'd be really awesome to see this go, you know, be completed even faster. So I thought it'd be great to kind of cover this for Fan Game Fridays and bring some more publicity to it. And maybe, you know, an animator who's watching my video or whatever will see this and maybe want to help support it. So like I said, you know, if you do want to share your talents and whatnot and help them out, by all means do so. And share this video out as well to friends, you know, who you know could possibly help out or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, this game, absolutely gorgeous. Without a doubt, one of the best looking fan games ever. And I know I said that about Sonic Fan Remix last week, but I feel like this game is on that same level as Sonic Fan Remix, but in a different way, because SFR basically was an extremely detailed, you know, fan game. It was like one of the most detailed Sonic games I've ever seen. But with this, it's detailed in a very artistic way. Everything is pretty much hand-drawn, and it just, you can tell how much detail went into this. Look at the palm trees! They're shaking in the background, and it's just like, there's so much attention to detail, even though this is like hand-drawn. And it kind of makes me think, you know, this is very similar to what the original artwork of the game looked like when, you know, you read the instruction manuals, but it couldn't be replicated because back then, you know, the Sega Genesis wasn't actually capable of doing that. So to see it in action here in HD, it's just like, hallelujah, thank you Lord for next-gen consoles and PCs that can pretty much make what we saw these characters in the past into an actual video game. Like, it's just so beautiful. Kind of reminds me of what Nintendo did with, you know, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. You know, back then they always had artwork for those games, but it was like they could never actually replicate that with the N64's hardware. Kind of like this. But anyway, we're pretty much blazing our way to the end. I'm going to be showing off some more stuff because I actually unlocked Tails on my own time, and I had to collect all the rings in each and every stage in order to unlock debug mode, which was extremely time-consuming. That's why this video is actually going up really late today, because of that. Anyway, there we go. Get the heck out of here! Suck on my booty, Eggman. Okay, I want to stop. But alright, I'm just gonna stand here and look at the animations for this. Look at this. Like, look at the amount of detail that Sonic has. Like, everything just looks so fluid, so crisp, so beautiful. Just like, woo! Like I said before with what Sonic Fan Remix did, this is making me moist right now. But alright, so we get to see a ton of multicolored Sonics for the credits and whatnot. And like I said, I'm going to link the website and all that stuff down below so you can, you know, see who all the people were who worked on this. But anyway, now that we did our first playthrough on this stage, you know, or this mod, or God, I'm so out of it right now. This fan game. Let's go ahead and try out another character. But I just realized I forgot to press a button, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I just collected every single ring on Act 1. There are 296 rings in total. Like I said, you do not have to go through the stage entirely unscathed, but I managed to somehow. But yeah, there you go. I'm going to show you all the ring count for the next stage because I had to redo this all over again since I restarted my computer, which is completely stupid, but anyway, I'll be right back. And there we go. We have collected all the rings on this stage. Now, there are not only 129 rings on this. What happened was I actually got hurt a few times, but since I collected every ring, I still got the perfect bonus, and that is what you want at the end of this little demo. Alright, so now that we've done all that, we can go ahead and get into the extra stuff that is in this alpha release. So now I'm going to hold the B button after we've completed the game. And we've got ourselves our little fox furry friend, Matt, the owner of Tails channel, which is pretty disgusting. I hate seeing him in this game, but it's okay. We'll go ahead and give him a little showcase, but yeah, actually back then, I didn't really think Tails was bad, but I never did play him because I always made my cousin, who owned, you know, the Sega Genesis. I always talk about, you know, Sonic 2. In case you all didn't know this, a little fun fact, Sonic 2 was the first Sonic the Hedgehog game and first video game I ever played. And let me know in the comments below, for question of the day, what is the first video game you've ever played? And what is the first Sonic game you've played, if you have even played one? If you are watching this, I'm pretty sure you have, though. But, yeah, anyway, just fooling around with Tails. I don't know why I'm actually trying to, I don't know why I'm trying to collect all the rings all of a sudden. Like, this game has turned me OCD, because it's like, I never really do that, like collect all rings or anything like that. Like, I get a lot, but I don't collect all of them. But since this game forced me to, it's like, now I feel like I have to do it all the time for some reason. It's kind of bad. But, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is the first Sonic the Hedgehog game I ever played. And that's why it's actually pretty cool to see this in HD and everything. It's really awesome. But what I'm going to do is, let's see. I'm going to actually show off the debug mode for a little bit. So if you actually press the A button, you can reverse gravity. You see how cool that is? Like, it's so awesome. You can actually die if you're not careful. And what that does is it makes the game crash. Hello? Huh? Okay, I'm not complaining. We're just gonna move on, shall we? That's actually really, really weird, though. Did not expect that. But alright, so you all already see what Tails looks like. I'll let you see his standing animation here. He just kind of looks all innocent and everything. But then, as you all saw there, that robot was about to give him some of the... some excrement. But alright, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna actually turn into debug mode here. Alright, so in debug mode you can basically turn into anything. You can drop rings if you'd like to by pressing the X button, at least on my button controller. So I can just put rings all over the place around here. See this? Just imagine if we played Sonic 2 XL, the game we covered like 2 weeks ago for Fan Game Fridays. If we ran into all these rings, we would be dead. It'd be so bad. All the golden onion rings in the world. Alright, so you can do that. Then you can switch over to, see here? You can switch back to normal, and then you can collect all these. But be careful about the switch gravity, because that can actually mess you up. Alright, so I'm going to change the different things here. Alright, so you can drop some item boxes if you want to. Let's see. Can I actually kill this thing with this? No, I can't. Okay, but if, you know, as always, if a computer monitor falls on your head in this game, you die. Let's see. You can also add some spikes here if you wanted to. These fishies are hopping from spikes, which is really weird. I can just put these all over the place. Alright, now... You're actually also supposed to be able to get, like, Chaos Emeralds and all that stuff or whatever if you want to, but for some reason, I can't really seem to get it to work, so I don't think Super Sonic is playable just yet, even though the item box is available. So I'm just going to put some springs around here because I want to, YOLO. Alright, then you can put some here if you want. Just kind of dimps it up, people! Just dimps it up. Okay, if we could kind of turn this around the other way. Crap, I can't. But you know how Dimps does. It's just spring here, spring there. Like, what Dimps does whenever they make their Sonic 4 games is they just open up the Sonic 2, they open up the Sonic 2 debug mode, and they're just like, hey, I like springs, and I like springs in the classics. Why not add more? Alright, so we're gonna fool around. We can put a big, ginormous obstruct just moving up and down for no reason at all. That's interesting. Let's see. I'm gonna put some logs. What the heck? Okay, a bundle of sticks. Interesting. Alright. Let's see. What else can we do? I'm gonna switch over. Oh, you can go ham with robots, you know? Because if you just like bugs or whatever, you can just kind of go like that and whoa! My god! It's a freaking, what, I don't even know what to call this. It's It's a horde of bugs. Alright, so I'm gonna switch to something else. You can add a ton of Chomper Piranhas if you want to. Just keep adding these. Look at this. Just imagine the amount of points we could get from just jumping here. I actually want to try that out. God dang. They can even jump out from the grass. That's pretty cool. Alright, so we did that. What else is there? Okay, you can add some monkeys if you want to. Just kind of monkey around, P. Diddy it up. My man Rodri. I'm just acting stupid right now. God dang. Ugh! Looks so gross. Okay, you can add some capsules here if you want to as well. Open them up, just free some animals. Sonic Lost World it up in this game. Alright, because, you know, in Sonic Lost World, they just have it like be platforms for these things. You just jump on them, and that's how you reach the next area and whatnot. So awesome. Okay, so we did that. We can add, okay. So we can do another Dimps thing to where what we'll do is, we're gonna do, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to literally add a checkpoint at the end of the stage. Kind of like Mushroom Hills, I think it's Mushroom Hill Zone, and Sonic Generations 3DS. They just have a goalpost at the end, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go even a step further because we need more! We need more checkpoints. Alright, there we go. We need more Eggmans too. You know, just can never have enough Eggmans. See there? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know what they say, the more the merrier. Oh my god, this is pretty much Meme, the fan game. Okay. Alright, so now that we've got a ton of Eggmans, let's see, what else can we turn into? If I can actually see. Oh, we're back to rings? I think I'm supposed to be able to turn into multiple tails. That's what I thought at one point. Let's see. Huh. It's not showing up. I'm gonna see here. Right there. Okay. And now that we're actually tails, yep, we died. Oh my god. Hello? Hello? What just happened? Okay, so that was a little bit weird, but yeah, just fooling around with the debug mode. Not really being too serious or whatever, but hey, let's try this quick. Okay, so I'm gonna switch between some stuff. So let me go ahead and add a ton of... What should I add? I should add a ton of these fishes. Alright, so I'm just gonna put these around. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, so I'm just gonna add a ton of those guys. I want to see how many points I can get from hopping on these. I'm pretty sure we're just gonna get a heck load of them. It's gonna substantiate to like a lot of lives, hopefully. So, alright, okay. What the? Oh god. Oh god, okay. I forgot about gravity. Okay. Look at that! That's awesome. Okay, so we just got racks on racks worth of lives. That's awesome. All right, I'm just gonna go to the end because why not? We've kind of been fooling around enough. So let me just go ahead. Let's speed mend it. But yeah, see, their debug mode is actually really fun if you want to, you know, just fool around with that for a few minutes and to kind of see like everything remade into HD. That's pretty awesome too. All right. Just keep on skadooshing, and there we go. All the way at the end. And there's actually one stage I need to show to you all in a second, so I'm gonna do that. But first, let's take this dude out. Alright, no time for playing games, Eggman. Farewell. Taking much too long. I'm about to start breaking out into that Jet Set Radio Techno Pathetic. Alright. Hit him again. There we go. So we're done with that. And now he's gonna run away from us, and let's just open up that capsule. But yeah, I really wish that Supersonic was playable in this, because that'd be so freaking awesome if we could do that. You know, kind of show that off, see what he's all like, and how fast he goes, and his animations in HD and whatnot. But, alright, so we're done there. Now we need to actually go to Hilltop. So I believe I'm supposed to hold the C button in order to access that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hold both buttons. There we go! Alright, Hilltop Zone. So, oh god. Oh yeah, that's right. You got to be careful about, switching gravity. Always mix it up because I have... Oh god! Okay. So, a Bombless Pit there. Another Dimps mechanic that they love to incorporate into games like Sonic Rush. Not bad. Alright, so I'm just gonna switch between gravity like that, so we can kind of skip these Bombless Pit areas. Isn't that cool, though? It's like, it'll turn the ceiling into, like, a death... what is a Bombless Pit? It's kind of weird, but cool at the same time. Alright. Let's see how far we can actually make it through this stage, because obviously it's not complete. They're still working on it. You know, we're listening to the regular Emerald Hill Zone music, so that just kind of goes to show how incomplete this is, but it's still pretty freaking awesome. Okay, that was close. I just realized this, but the plants actually kind of look like Mickey Mouse ears. Mickey Mouse's head and ears. Alright, get ourselves a shield. I love the shield in this game. It looks so cool. And just like that, it's gone. Okay, those guys ready to just penetrate us. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Okay, so gravity saved me. Okay, there we go. Alright, alright, alright. What the? Wow! I got destroyed. Okay. God, how far can we actually make it through this? You know what? Here's something else that you can actually do, just for the heck of it. You can actually turn into a ring and just skip a ton of the stage if you want to, because, you know, gotta go fast. This is basically boosting the win, people. You see this? This ring is boosting the win. The ring gives you the power of boost. Alright. Oh, there's the end of the stage there. Where were we before? Where were we before? We were, like, literally right... We were right over here, I think. Alright, I'm just gonna... Yeah, we were right here. I'm just gonna skip that, and we're gonna come over here. And we'll just finish off the stage where we left off. Oh my god. Yeah, as a kid, I never really fooled around with debug mode, so it's kind of like a... I'm opening up a little treasure box and just like, whoa, look at all these toys. So that's why I'm kind of like... I'm kind of mesmerized by it right now, but I can understand why some people may be like, this is stupid, stop playing around with that. Oh yeah, okay. Another thing. Alright, can I show it? Can I show it? There we go. Crap. Okay, we can actually drop a ton of Sonics if we wanted to. Wait, there's a Hilltop Zone 2? Hello? But look at this. Now we've got a ton of Sonics just cloned. But one thing you have to be careful about is if any of these Sonics actually get hit, if a single one gets hit, we all die. So, yeah, you gotta be really careful. Alright, I'm just gonna hop there. Let's see. How far can we go in this? Like, it seems like there actually is a lot to this stage. Huh. You know, for it to be incomplete, that's pretty cool that we actually can kind of make our way through it. And then if we can't, we can just debug mode, boost to win away. And I have no idea why I can't speak today. I'm like so bleh. Tongue twisted. Alright. Get that shield. No! I should have known that was gonna happen. Okay. Get that. The gravity shifting is actually really cool too. Was that in the original? Oh god! Okay. Didn't expect that. Let's see. I don't know. Should I keep playing through this? I'm thinking about just kind of skipping to the end and seeing what's up. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. So we're just going to turn into Lotion the Hedgehog for a second. Be all white and everything. And, yeah. Make our way over here. Because where's the end? Ah! I see. I see. Okay, so what we want to do is drop ourselves off here. And then we should be introduced to the boss. At least we should have. But apparently that's not the case. Is it not loading? Let's see. Let's see. Nothing happens. Huh, I guess the boss isn't ready yet, so we can just hit this. And there we go. We are done with Hilltop Zone 2. I was about to say, it was kind of taking a while. There was just like an awkward silence going on. Sonic's just like, we done here? But alright, so there we go. That's the little showcase for Sonic 2 HD. Kind of a little bit long, but, you know, just kind of fooling around, acting stupid, trying to show off, you know, just how beautiful this game is. And like I said, if you want to try it out, and if you want to help out the team, make sure to go to the links down below for the websites and whatnot, because, like I said, this stuff is still in the works. They still need a ton of help, and they've been putting up a lot of developers, you know, kind of like insight on the Facebook page showing just the development of the game, and it's really awesome to see. So by all means, go check it out, support it. As always, thank you all so much for watching. You know, if you did enjoy this, make sure to drop a like and a comment. It helps out tremendously. And it'd be awesome if we could hit 4,000 likes for this video. And let me know in the comments below for question of the day. What is the first video game and first Sonic game you ever played? Would love to hear what you all have to say. Anyway, thanks again for watching. See you all. Have a good day. Peace, Cobandermites. And as you all saw, Sonic was saying peace, Cobandermites with me too. Anyway, bye.